just rounds the corner. It's another year, another proud child whose sorrow stands unspoken. They know she's leaving to serve. If somebody wants to be somebody's. Hey, good evening, everybody. Tonight, Tony talking trash about music. Welcome in, dudes. Come on. Hey, I want to talk to you about something that, this topic has come up a good bit. Everybody loves to laud you get the big things, the big Brian heads now, especially now that Brian's gone. You get the big discussion. Well, the sunflower stuff, and this is great stuff. And then all the stuff from Smile was so dramatic, and the Surf's Up period. And then you get the thing, later on, some people loving adult child, love you era, probably love you a little bit more than adult child, kind of went off the wheels so a little bit there. But before Pet Sounds, there were certainly shadows. How about the song, The Little Girl I Once Knew? And Joe flashed that up there. What a seminal single that came out with sort of the harmonies and sort of the chord changes. It all came up with the chord changes. And if you're talking about chord changes, even before Good Vibrations graced the airwaves, there was the shock to the people that listened closely of the great Beach Boys today. This is, to some people's ears, and these are some of my friends that I grew up in D.C. with. There is one particular guy, I forget the guy's name, I'm sorry. I think his name was Ted, who loved this record. This was his favorite Beach Boys record. And if you think about this, it has a lot of great stuff. Side one, Do You Want to Dance, of course, is kind of a poppy thing. But Good to My Baby and Don't Hurt My Little Sister kind of shows some Spectorian influence there, a little bit with the with the melody. And then When I Grow Up is exactly what I'm saying here. What a fabulous song. Followed by Won't Last Forever, it's kind of, that's beautiful. You start to see the multi-layering. You start to hear the orchestration happen, even within the confines of what they have here. Help Me Rhonda too, and Dance, 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 which was a huge hit and never really gets talked about much, but that was really one that was a big one and had a lot of oomph to it. But it's not until you get to side two. And when you get to side two, you really get the Pet Sounds side one. This is really the beginning of it. Please Let Me Wonder has kind of more of a high vocal thing, but you get dung 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 dung. You got all the orchestration and stuff in the background. Those swooping background vocals, and then that change on, Baby, please let. There's just that's when they're talking about. That's the genius, and that's the genius that transcends any sort of style of music or any kind of composition. That'd be genius no matter where it comes from. And to me, that's the thing that will always hold me. Changes like that, things in the music, those are the things that have like a big draw on you. I still remember, it's funny that we say this, and I know I'm in the middle of talking about this record, but I still remember it sitting in the parking lot of the A&P parking lot in just the frame of mind. I was a young boy. I was like 10 or 11 or 12, somewhere in that range. And my mother used, as a treat for me, let me listen to the radio while she went in shopping. She didn't want me probably tugging at her skirt and doing, I was running back and forth. So I turn on the radio and I'm listening, and all of a sudden I'm just sitting there looking, this young boy, and I hear, I am the lineman for the county. And then that changed. Looking for another overload. That chord change, I'll never forget it. That, at that time, it was a discovery of, oh my God, music can do this to you. You can. And so while we're talking about that, let's talk about somebody that does it on this side in spades. I'm So Young is probably, to me, outside the bull session, probably the weakest moment on this. But after that, sometimes I have a weird way of showing my love. Kiss Me Baby precludes that. I mean, dun dun dun, bum bum bum, another key change. Late last night, we said it was, and the strings in the background. I mean, you want to go to heaven, man? Kiss Me Baby, She Knows Me Too Well, the back of my mind. That's as good as it 1, 2, 3 almost as the stuff on 2020 with Time to Get Alone and all that stuff. This is somewhat the same. Creates, and I know they probably weren't recorded at the same time, but this is why sequencing on a record is so important. The inclusion, the way that these 3 records hit you as they go out the door, it's almost like at the end of Pet Sounds with the train going by in this. This is a warning shot. This is a warning shot. It's what's coming. Yeah, Party came next after this, but that was kind of a piss take. Everybody knows that. That wasn't a serious thing. They're sitting around strumming guitars in a fake soda shop and stuff. I mean, come on. But Dennis, I tried to find my way to think. I mean, all those chromatic changes and the drifting and the orchestration and stuff. But to me, She Knows Me Too Well is the one that's just earth shattering to me. I mean, if you haven't listened to that in a long time, you can listen to all the car songs and all the beautiful stuff, even Help Me Run and the gorgeous California Girls and all the progression towards us. But when you get here, when you get to Kiss Me Baby, She Knows Me Too Well, and then in the back of my mind, this is where the other level first peers its head out. And people in the know heard it, and people in the know knew it, and even the session players who played on it heard it and were knocked out by it, and they couldn't wait, and that's why they waited for bated breath to get the call to come in and work on Pet Sounds while the Beach Boys were out conquering Europe as a touring band. This, folks, produced by Brian Wilson. This is something else, man. If you don't hear this, you need to give this the respect. I know the sweaters, I know the come on, I know where it at, but this is the very end of the whole shtick with the connection, the cars, the girls, the surf, and the sun. Dance, dance, dance is kind of there. Do you want to dance? Good to My Baby, which is a nice song. But When I Grow Up is something different. Help Me Rhonda's kind of something different. I know it's a little bit different, but the way it's put together, Al kind of has a way of making things pop and nice. But even in his stuff, like the wonderful stuff, Lady Linda and things like that he did later in L.A. Light album, Al has had his moments. Even in something, I know it's a corny song, but even his performance on something like that song Somewhere Near Japan on that throwaway album, Still Cruising, that's a decent performance from him. Song's not great, but and I think does he sing on Match Point, maybe on the MIU album? That's another good one too. Anyway, check it out, man. Laud it, rank it, rate it, whatever you need to do, but take those 3 songs, Kiss Me Baby, She Knows Me Too Well, in the back of mine, and that's put that in a little vase and send it up to heaven, because that is absolutely, there's no one. And the people that write songs know it. The people that write songs know it. That will never be taught by anybody. This is as good as on a par. The high parts of this are absolutely on a par with Pet Sounds. Check it out. Love it. Don't underrate it, man. Let me know your thoughts on it, guys. Please hit the like button for me, please. I'm not crusading against anybody who says this isn't any good. I just think people need to recognize it more. It's not a dorky album, even though they're wearing the sweaters. It's not as dorky. The music is revolutionary. The music, in a way, belies the simplicity of the coordinated sweaters approach of the front cover. Anyway, thank you guys for checking this out. I'll talk to you later. Somebody has to pray, 'cause somebody's wanting to be something.